So do you know when you head out in the morning with one idea and then look at the weather forecast and then drive nearly 100 miles somewhere else? Welcome to the Peak District. So the first little stop off on this random visit to the Peak District, this is Winnats Pass. It's no gorge with a road running through, and it's a fantastic little drive to go through. Now, just round the bend that you can't see from here, there is a car parking area, and I pulled the car up, got out of the car for a couple of minutes, and I just took a couple of photos just looking through Winnats Pass from the footpath down at low level before we came up here. Now, I've been here many times before, and I think this is actually the first video I've actually made from here, so let's get stuck in. We'll photograph Winnats Pass, and then the plan is to possibly go and climb Mam Tor, which is just off to my right hand side, and walk along the ridge and just see what we can do photographing Hope Valley behind me. But first, let's photograph Winnats Pass and see what we can do with it in the snow. So the first photo of Winnats Pass I've got in mind is a vertical composition. It's just shooting down the gorge. Because of the way the gorge bends around, you kind of have layers coming in from left to right, and I was wondering if a little bit of dodging and burning after the fact really can't make this photograph pop a little bit. It needs some sunlight on it. Now, I haven't got the time to wait around to see if the sunlight comes up and illuminates the side of the gorge, so I thought we'll maybe just fudge this in post-processing and see what happens. So let me talk to you about some camera settings. So at 1/640th of a second, ISO 100 and f6.3. So I'm going to go ahead and take this photograph using the trusty 2-second timer on my Sony A7r. And here's the first one. Alright, so for this next one, I've kind of got a panorama in mind. The only lens I really have for this Sony system is the 28-70, and well, 28's not really all that wide. So I thought, stuff it, we'll do a panorama and we'll try and get the whole gorge in. There's some really big dark rocks on this side of it, and everything kind of opens up on the other side, so you kind of got a bit of a contrast and the gradient moving through with the way the rocks are all grey and everything. I thought it looked quite nice. You've got the road snaking through the centre of it, you're looking straight down into the village of Hope, just through there. So I thought, stuff it. Let's do a panorama. So this is going to be 5 shots, I think. Now, the way that I tend to do panoramas is I will start a little bit further round than I intend to actually crop this, and I will leave maybe like a 30% third overlap on the rule of thirds points, just so Photoshop or Lightroom, whatever I decide to do this in when I get home, just has all that information to know where to, well, to build the panorama from. Camera settings wise, we're at 500th of a second, f6.3 and ISO 200, and I'm just keeping the camera stationary, but I'm just rotating it on the ball head. There we go. Come around a little bit further. I think we might do one more just to be on the safe side. Unfortunately, I've timed this. There's no traffic going through the gorge, so there's no cars going to be ruining the photographs. So here's the panorama. Oh, hopefully that'll go over. So it's typical, isn't it? Once you've taken a couple of photographs, the sun is now high enough in the sky and it's kind of illuminating all of this landscape around where I am, which is a little bit annoying. So it begs the question, do we wait here or do we go climb Mam Tor? I'm not too sure. I think snow's about to start as well, so Mam Tor might be the more fun option. Light is around here. It's a toss-up at this point, but I may have just seen a photograph, so just bear with me for a minute. Well, I think it might work. So just waiting to pack up and head back up towards Mam Tor. Just noticed in the sky there's a rainbow above Mam Tor. Now, I don't know if this composition is going to look anything spectacular, but I just thought it'd be quite cool just to do a vertical photograph with Mam Tor and a bit of the ridge and the rainbow just arcing across the sky. So we're at 28mm, a 1/1600th of a second because it's really bright and snowy out here. f6.3, ISO 200. So here's a vertical photograph of a rainbow over a mountain. Something different. So as you can see, this is not Mam Tor. What happened was the wind really picked up, and I've been up Mam Tor in the summer months when it's quite warm, but the wind picks up, it's not much fun. So I thought, below freezing, a lot of wind, it's not going to be worth it going up there. I'm not really prepared for that weather today. So we've come to a place called Surprise View. Now, I'm waiting to see what the surprise view is going to be, but I've passed this every single time I've come back from Winnats past a Mam Tor, and I've always wanted to be surprised by the view. Let's go find it. So this little journey through Surprise View has come to an unexpected halt because in the distance over there you see cows. I don't do cows. I really don't do cows, and I don't know what to do now because I really wanted to go find out what the Surprise View is. I have a feeling it's either going to be Standing Edge or Bamford Edge. I can't remember which one we're at. Yeah, I don't know what to do now. We head back into the trees or brave the cows. There's another guy with the camera going through the cows, and the cows are not murdering him at the minute. So he's looking at me now. Right, I'm gonna look this way. We may have to see what his fate becomes. If they don't eat him and murder him, we might be all right. But I really don't do cows. I don't like them at all. I like eating them. It's quite tasty in sandwiches and on like a roast dinner. But yeah, I don't know. So we're doing it. I'm being a big brave boy. I'm a grown man. The cow doesn't really care that I'm here, so I'm quite. Oh, don't look at me. Don't move. Oh dear. Where's that one going? Oh, that one's just going to stop right on the path, isn't it? Yeah, no. Oh God. Just keep going. Oh, that over there, there's snow and everything. I think we've done it safely on the other side of a fence. So I really hope this isn't the surprise view, which is the canopy of a lot of trees. Now the footpath does go up a little bit further up in that direction, but that means crossing back over to where the dinosaurs live, and I don't really know if I want to do that, but there's also no photograph to be had from this point of the surprise view. So is this the surprise? There isn't a view, or you have to keep hunting for more surprising views? I don't think there's a photograph to be had here. I'm going to hang around for a couple of minutes just to see if I can find something through the tree canopies, but so far it's not looking promising from this spot. So I dropped down a little track and I came across one of these like old millstones that I've seen a lot of pictures of from around this area, but I've never actually found one myself. And it kind of faces back into some woodland, and there's a little bit of light coming through from the low winter sun, just putting little dapples of light on the snow around everywhere. So I'm wondering if we can get something going on with the Sony A7r. Now I only have the 28-70 that's able to get this in, so I don't quite know how far back I'm going to have to get this, but I really want a photograph of this millstone. There's a big dominating foreground, and I'm just inching off into the woodland and the cliff face a little way off in the background. Obviously some dappled light just coming through now. It's getting late in the day now, the sun's starting to drop down a little bit, but we are still getting a little bit of sunlight, so let's get a camera set up and hopefully take quite a nice photograph. I think I'm going to remove this. I don't want that in the picture, that really hurt. So let's do it with the boot instead. There we go. So, see what we can do. Alright, so I think I found something. I think it's going to work really quite well. So we've got the big millstone here, and it's dominating the bottom right hand corner of this frame. But just dotted through this scene, so there's another little couple of piles of old stones. I don't know if they're old millstones. Just kind of dotted through, leading through towards the left hand side. And then we've got the cliff face and some of the lower branches of the trees. In the background, it's very dark and dingy scene. The light's kind of disappeared now, but I really think that kind of adds to the atmosphere of this. It's a dark enclosed spot anyway, so I think adding some lighting would be, kind of do away with the actual feeling of the place right now. So camera settings are 1/25 of a second, f7.1 and ISO 200. So I'm going to go ahead using the 2-second timer and take this photograph, and I will show it to you. So thank you very much for watching today's video. I think it's time to go home and get warmed up. Kind of been outside in freezing temperatures for the last 4 or 5 hours. It's really starting to get getting a little bit fresh now. The fingertips have all but gone. and my nose as well. It's like a tap, so yes, it's time to go get warmed up. So if you did enjoy today's video, please do give it a like and a thumbs up. It really does help the video, and it brings new viewers to see my content. And if you liked it more than that and you're new here, there's a subscribe button down there. You can press that and you'll see more nonsense from myself and my cameras every single week. So until the next time, I'm going to love you and leave you and say peace and goodbye.